What's going on, guys? It's Jordan with the Brantford Exchange, and today I'm just going to be going over what you guys have been wanting me to break down in the Discord chat. If you're watching this and you're not in the Discord chat, then I'll have a link in the description below. All it is pretty much just a big group chat of traders that want to, help each other grow their accounts, give suggestions, help each other out with trades, and then you can also talk to Cole and I directly. We're always active in there, and we're always going to be willing to help you guys out. So, getting into it, before I start breaking down what you guys wanted me to, I'm going to go over, whoops, get off that. I'm going to go over ACB. So I called this one out in the 20% swing trade video that I put on YouTube. So ACB, like I said, it's a marijuana company based in Canada. I think it's Toronto, somewhere in Canada. But ever since I called it out, I think it was last week sometime. It's still fluctuating between the 550 and 580 price point. Hit a high of 612 when it started getting rejected, like I called out. Had a little push up and then it pulled back. So what we're gonna look for, I got in at 580, and I think that's a pretty good price. I only put in 20% of my account. Like I spoke about we have a video going over averaging up and averaging down. So I only put in 20%, so I'm down 30 cents on the share. So it's really not hitting me too hard because it's only 20% of my account. Whereas if it was 100% of my account, then I'd be feeling it. But we're just waiting for it to show signs of upward momentum. As long as it makes a new a low or a higher low, excuse me, then I think it'll have signs of upward potential. If we look back here, when it pushes up and then pulls back, pushes up, pulls back, it has these little periods of consolidation and then has a spike. So this was, what is that? Looks like August. Yeah, like August 30th is when it started this consolidation period. It went on for about 12 days and then it made its decision. So this is had its last spike on November 8th, and now we're looking at December 18th is today's date, I believe. December 18th. Yep. So I think it'll pick a way to go here within the next couple days. You see, I drew these support and resistance lines, and it really has been consolidating. It's just waiting on news or something to come out with the marijuana companies, or let's see, its earnings aren't up until I think next year. So on a technical standpoint, I put an article in the Discord chat that went over some potential catalysts for this stock to potentially take off. But from a technical standpoint, it's just been consolidating. So I'm down around, I forget what the percentage is. I would have to look at it, but not a lot. And like I said, it's only 20% of my account. So that's ACB. I think that it really will start to show a cup and handle right here. So pushed up. Here's the beginning of it, and it's starting to cup. So I'll keep you guys in the Discord chat. Now, let's go over what you guys were calling out. So Henry NBev. Let's take a look at that. Okay, so I like this. NBev, it's above the 180-day SMA, so that's what we're looking for. If it's trending above the 180-day SMA, overall, it's uptrending. So that's what we want to look for when we're trading stocks. If you want to grow your account, you want to look for a stock that is uptrending, not downtrending. So this is good. I like this. Like, I'm looking at it on the 4-hour, 180-day chart. We can look at it today. So today, looks like it's been consolidating today, just kind of not doing much. The market's pretty crappy, so a lot of, what's the volume on this? Yeah, so it's a relatively small stock, 641. Zoom in. All right, so if what I would personally do, I like see how it bounces off the SMA. If you guys don't have your SMA set up, this is the TD Ameritrade Thinkorswim platform. We have videos going over all this, but the SMA is set to 180-day. All you have to do is type in SMA in the search box, put it on, and then you see it acts as a support. So you see how it bounced off it twice and then trended up. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want to see. And it did it here too. It broke above, and that's what really spiked it, because it broke above the 180-day simple moving average. So it bounced off it twice, and it's continuing to trend up. Now, if I was going to trade this, you see this blue line right here? This is the EMA. So this EMA, if you guys want to set that up, it's right here. It's on the price, 15.0. All you have to do is just type in the EMA in the search box. Once again, there's a video on that. But you see how it breaks above this blue line and then bounces off it. If I was going to get in this, you could either day trade it or swing trade it. It depends what you want to do. If you're swing trading it, you have to understand that it's going to have these pullbacks, right? So if you bought in here, if you're swing trading, let's see how many days this is from here to here. Okay, so this is a 46% in a 5-day period. That's really good. That's great returns. If you're like 10%, you more than quadrupled that. So what I would do if I was going to trade this, which I'll add it to my watch list actually. If I go right over here, add in J Huddy trades, so it goes right on my watch list. What I'm going to do, and I'll keep you guys updated if I decide to get in this or not, because it's actually a really good call out. I would wait for it to pull back and then bounce off this blue line right here, like you see it do. Now, if it pulls back and breaks below that, then I'll wait for it to break back above, bounce off it, and continue trending up. So that's what I would personally do. I wouldn't get in right now because it looks like it has some room to come down. But other than that, yeah, this is a really good call out. Let's see. Bank of America. BAC. All right, so Bank of America being it's a bank, obviously. A lot of these blue chip stocks have been taking really big hits, especially the financials. I think a lot of the banks are down just due to everything that's going on with the politics, interest rates, and just the overall economy is just, it's a lot of people are still saying it's a bull stock market, but if you look at anything, I'll use Amazon again as an example. Everything is below they use the 200. If you're watching like CNBC Money or something, or like the news, everything's below. They use the 200-day simple moving average, but it's the same thing as the 180-day. Just the 180 days obviously shorter. So that's Amazon trending below. We can go to Apple. Trending below. All these blue chip stocks are trending below. So Bank of America, I mean, if you wanted to day trade it, I think it would be good. Yeah, I mean, you could even swing trade this, honestly. So it is trending down, so I tend to stay away from these, but if you want to, okay, so looking at the MACD indicator, it's signaling a buy signal. You see it starting to curl back up. RSI looks great. And then, yeah, so these consolidation periods, we could draw a support and resistance line. So right around here, got support. And then you got highs of right here, which you got rejected at 3 times, so that's a pretty good. And then it found a bottom right here. So this kind of looks like the pattern that it was following right here. So it was consolidating, pushed up, and then we could even draw another. Oops. Draw another support and resistance. Yeah, so, okay. Let's draw one more. So it had a high right here. Alright. So that's just a quick support and resistance technical analysis. Alright, so from previous patterns, yeah, we'll consolidate right here, push up, and then bounce a little bit, sold off. So overall, this is downtrending, so I wouldn't hold it long term. But as far as day trade, swing trade goes, and then let's look at how many days this was. So we have 13-day period for 10%. So that's kind of what it looks like. That's kind of the pattern that it looks like it wants to follow. So it'll push back up like it did here, maybe consolidate, and then continue trending down. So right now, yeah, honestly, if it could break above, you see how it broke above this blue line, this blue EMA? That's when it really started taking off, and that's when you could really get a confirmation of upward momentum. So this is a good call out. Who called this out? Tienda Beast. Yeah, so this isn't a bad call out. I would wait for it because it got rejected by this blue line, as you can see right here. I would wait for it to break above and pull back, just like it did up here. So it broke above, pulled back, and then it started bouncing off it. That's what I would wait for. If you can get in around, what price point would that be? Like $25 flat, $24.96, $25 flat. $25, you probably have a really good position on this. And then you could hold it for, swing trade it for about 5 days, and then walk away with potentially a 10% gain. But yeah, I mean, as far as day trade goes, you could day trade it as well, like get a 2% gain. But I would swing trade this and then just keep an eye on it. Keep moving up your stop losses. But good call out. And then he also said Ford. I know Ford's been taking a hit recently though. Yeah, so Ford looks like it looks like a head and shoulders pattern right here. Once again, blue chip company below the moving average. Looks like the MACD indicator starting to cup a little bit. RSI is low. Yeah, just these blue chip companies really have me worried, just because they're what drive the markets, and the markets overall are down. So if you get into these, your best bet is only going to be the day trade, swing trade. Looks like it had lows at 843. It's at 926 right now. Let's break this down a little bit. So it's at around, it's almost at a critical support level. Yeah. So it looks like 840 is a pretty critical support, and then it bounced off that. So if we could, once again, if we could start breaking above that blue, just like you see here, this is the EMA. The tools that Thinkorswim gives you are so great. Like, you don't understand how much they help. So breaks above this blue line, and then it really starts taking off. It's getting rejected right now by the EMA. The MACD looks like it's starting to curl up. The RSI doesn't look bad. If we could see it break above that and not keep trending down, if it breaks below this critical support, it's going to continue to trend down. So you could put a stop loss around 840. I think that'd be a good idea if you're in this position now. If it breaks above this, a good entry would be around, I would say 870 flat, 875 to confirm the uptrend. But the only worry I have is the margin for gain. So, like I said, you see this SMA, how it's acting as a resistance right here, how it's kind of pushing that down. So we'll call that a resistance. But, I mean, there's also a resistance here. Old supports become new resistance, so always remember that. So we go to here. So the margin from here to here is 8%. So it's not bad. This is a generally slow-moving stock since it's such a big company. So this is about a 13-day period for 14%. Not bad. I think right now it's not a bad price, but it relies on the overall market. So I know that the tariffs really messed up Ford with the steel tariffs and all that. So that's why it's been on the downtrend. And yeah, so I mean, that's not bad. Yeah, so if you can get in around 840, sell it around maybe $9 to $9.30. I think you'd be okay, but just keep that stop loss really tight around either 835 or however much percent that you want to risk. But that's not bad. And let me see if there's any more. I don't want to miss any. And yeah, see, Cole actually just said it's forming a handle. So he actually just made a video about that the other day. And then I can go over dripping you guys. So Josh was talking about dripping you guys. These are, you guys is a natural gas ETF. So it sold off really aggressively, broke below the 180-day SMA. It looks like it's trying to push up a little bit. I think it'll get rejected there. So watch out for support at 93.09. And then the inverse of that is DGAS. And this actually looks like it wants to start cupping up. So it has a support around, so we have a support around 52. Looks like it's starting to cup up a little bit. These in particular, these natural gas ETFs have been so volatile. The MACD actually looks like it's starting to peak out a little bit, so watch out for it to pull back. RSI is topping off. So I think within the next couple days, we're going to see you guys take off a little bit, try pushing back up. Has room to run until it hits this SMA. So about 10%. it could push up a little bit more and get rejected by that EMA. So if I was trading these, I would only day trade, swing trading overnight, because the report actually comes out Thursday for natural gas. So when these reports come out, you see these stocks, or ETFs rather, just move incredible. Like, they move up or down really aggressively. So if you get caught on the wrong end of that, it could really bite you. So I would just be careful with that. And I think he said DRIP, which is a oil ETF. For those of you who don't know, you just trade ETFs just like you trade stocks. It's just they just track, they follow like either like commodities. So a lot of them follow commodities. Some can follow the market. Drip has actually been killing it. Looks like it. See, now these, like, I don't know, stocks and ETFs that really shoot up like this, I tend to stay away from, just because I don't want to chase it. As you can see, the RSI is flagging a sell. MACD is extremely high. So I think this will come down a little bit, at least to this blue line right here, as you see it bounce off the EMA. It looks like it had a support around, I drew this a while ago, like 1147. It's at 1814. That was a high. 1768 today, 1770 now. So yeah, these move really aggressively too. And then the inverse of that is Gush, I think. Yeah, Gush. And then you see Gushes on the. So these inverse ETFs, they just move. It's an inverse. So one's up, the other one's down. Yeah, Gush has been getting killed. I don't know. I would stay away from these just until, if you want to day trade, that's fine. But swing trading, it looks like one's skyrocketing and the other one's selling off too aggressively. So I would wait for them to start to consolidate so you can get a better pattern on it. Right now, they're just either way overbought or way oversold, so I tend to stay away from them. And then if you were to day trade it, yeah, like I would only scalp this. So if I were to trade these, I would look at it on the 1 minute, 1 day, and then just do my analysis there. But as far as swing trading goes, I would wait a little longer to see it start to consolidate, move sideways, and then pick a direction. But like I said, they're moving too aggressively for my liking. Yeah, so I think that's it for today. I don't think there was anything else I wanted to go over. I just kind of wanted to break down what you guys had to say. And those are pretty much my thoughts on it. Like I said, if you guys want to get in on the conversation that we have every single day in the Discord chat, it's 100% free. The link will be in the description below. Follow us on our social medias, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Thanks.